Once upon a whisper, in a sleepy village hugged by mountains, lived a girl named Sophie who dreamed of touching the stars. Every night, she would gaze up and wonder if the stars whispered stories only she could hear. Her grandmother told her a tale of a single feather that fell from a starbird, hidden deep in the dreaming woods. "They say the Starlight Feather grants one true wish to the one who finds it," Grandma whispered. Sophie held the story close, like a lullaby stitched into her dreams. One morning, she awoke with a whisper in her heart. It was time to find the feather. She packed a bag, a compass, a storybook, a honey biscuit, and her courage. The dreaming woods stood quiet just beyond the hills, waiting, listening. As she entered, the trees whispered hello in rustling tones. She followed a path lined with singing mushrooms and lantern flowers. Suddenly, a cute fox with silver ears appeared. "Looking for the feather?" it asked. Sophie nodded. "Can you help me?" "Only if you pass the 3 dream trials," the fox said, wagging its tail. The fox led Sophie to a bridge woven from music. Each step played a note only true dreamers could hear. Sophie stepped gently. With each note, a memory of her dreams danced in the air, of flying, of singing, of laughter. When she reached the end, the bridge faded behind her with a last sweet hum. Next, the fox led her to a silver mirror floating between 2 trees. It shimmered like moonlight on water. "This is the mirror of whispers," said the fox. "To pass, you must answer its riddle." The mirror whispered, "I am not held, but I carry. I am not seen, but I shine. What am I?" Sophie thought deeply, then smiled and said, "A dream." The mirror sang with joy and melted into silver petals. Sophie had passed the 2nd trial. "Only 1 trial remains," the fox said, tail flicking. "You must free the dream bird from the cage of clouds." They climbed a spiraling path made of wind and feathers, each step light as sleep. Inside the cage, the dream bird shimmered like dawn wrapped in moonlight. It looked at Sophie with hope. "I don't have a key," Sophie whispered, "but I have a wish." She sang a lullaby her grandmother once sang, a song of stars and freedom. The cage bars melted into mist, and the dream bird flew free, circling Sophie in joy. The dream bird bowed. "The feather awaits, young dreamer." Sophie followed the glowing trail of feathers, heart fluttering like wings. She came to a grove that hummed like a lullaby. Petals floated midair, and stars peeked through the trees. There, in the center, floated the Starlight Feather, bright as 1,000 gentle dreams. Sophie stepped forward, her fingers brushing the light, her heart full of warmth. In that moment, the forest stilled. Time paused. Even the stars listened. She closed her eyes and whispered, "I wish for every child to dream in light and love." The feather dissolved into stars which floated into the sky, leaving glitter on her hands. The fox reappeared, nodding proudly. "You've done it, dreamer." As she left the grove, the forest whispered goodbye, leaves twinkling like tiny bells. The dream bird flew above her, sprinkling feathers like blessings. She returned to her village, the sky above now full of even more stars. That night, as she lay in bed, dreams danced across the ceiling like candlelight. The feather may have vanished, but its magic stayed in her heart. And far across the world, children smiled in their sleep, touched by her wish. The dreaming woods waited once more for another kind dreamer. Back at her window, Sophie watched the stars, her eyes filled with wonder and peace. And so, if you ever find a glowing feather on your pillow, don't be afraid. A dream is just beginning. Hope you liked the story. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more magical stories.